Hello, dear Cancer, and welcome to your love reading for the month of September of 2025. I hope you're all doing well, and this is Kathy from Divine Debut, and this is a Patreon reading, of course, which is released to the public later on down the month. Now, it is late coming as I've been away on holiday, so thank you, special thanks to our patrons for their patience and for their support always. Do consider joining us on Patreon, as we do offer a lot, and especially we have 3 free winners every month that get a free tarot reading. Now, do check your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node, if you are familiar with your placements, of course, in your own birth chart. Let's see what's going on. What is the Karma Dharma for Cancer? For Cancer. Cancer, you've got a lot of luck. You've got a lot of luck until May, June of next year, as Jupiter is transiting your sign. Now, of course, these eclipses, because it is an eclipse month, have been happening and are happening on the signs of Pisces, Virgo. So earth and water, they work well together, they flow together. So therefore, and you've got the extra blessing of Jupiter. So let's see what's going on in love, because Jupiter could be a divine masculine, a special person that's coming into your life that will change everything for you. Let's see for Cancer, please, Spirit. What is the Karma Dharma? In the month of September, whenever you view this, that's when the message is important for you. Wow, you've got the moon. Now, you are ruled by the moon, so obviously these eclipses are very significant for you, but they're in good flow. As I said, we just had on the 7th of September, we had a full moon in Pisces, which is in a beautiful flowing trine to your sign. So whatever it is that you're needing to release, whether it's fears, whether it's secrets, or whether it's revelations that you need to have so that you could close up a past situation, because lunar eclipses are very emotional. Now, you're in tune with your emotions. You're ruled by the moon, so you've got the psychic ability as well to figure things out. Now, we're going to have a new moon, a solar eclipse on the 21st in Virgo. That also works really well for you. So pay attention to your prophetic dreams. Overcome any fears. Let go. Things will be revealed as to what you're releasing and what you're moving towards, right? What is new and what will be grounded and based in reality for you. Because if there's been deception, illusion, all these themes you may have been dealing with these themes. Jupiter will also, transiting through your sign, will bring you luck, will bring you guidance, will bring you expansion, growth, optimism, and justice. It's your lucky time, dear Cancer. Don't fear, you're being protected by Jupiter. You'll be able to expand. Just be careful not to expand your waist if you're not wanting that, because Jupiter can do that as well. And just try and stay grounded. Okay, that's what Jupiter in your sign also calls you to do. Stay grounded and be optimistic. Let's take that random reading that we're doing with this Connolly Tarot. This month we're using the Kipper, the Tarot 3D, the Little Greek Oracle, the Mystic Moon Oracles, Moonology Oracle, the Little Cartomanzia for more clarity, and we're taking some love messages as well. So let's go, Cancer. What's going on in your love life? Let's see what's going on. 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. New love is on the horizon for you. 9 of Cups. You've been waiting on this. And the 7 of Wands. Whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been striving to achieve. You've got it in the pocket. The win is in your pocket. This new love cycle, whether it is with a person from your past, because the outer planets are still retrograde. It could be. I do see communication here. I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini, with Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and we've got some water here, so it could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We've also got a little bit of air, so Gemini would be the air energy here. So what was I saying? Yeah, the win, it's a win-win situation. You've got it in your pocket because of the Seven of Wands, which usually shows someone that's got an opportunity. They've got the upper hand. They'll be called to action. But here in the Connolly, he's already put those 6 wands down, which are the card. 6 of Wands is the success card, right? The recognition. So he's just sort of pacing his way, waiting on this wish fulfillment, whether it's an old relationship that is returning because of the retrograde planets and you're being given a second chance. I don't know. You've been waiting on this. There's an emotional completion point. Remember, this turns into the ace as well. So that's like having 2 aces of cups, which could be you and the person that you are hoping to manifest, that they want what you want, that new beginning possibly. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, mother, we've got a family card here. So there is a possibility that some of you are single mothers, because the Four of Swords is the warrior that's been through, wounding, and they've been through a heartbreak, and they've been dealing with third parties, so on and so forth, because this comes after the Three of Swords. But that's taken time. The warrior needed to rest, to rejuvenate, and to start again, and not to carry a chip on their shoulder. So Queen of Pentacles, as I said, could be a mother, could be someone that's gone through heartbreak and an ending of a past chapter or even life story, right? Because the Ten of Cups could be, the happy family, the ending of the cycle, though. We've got the 10 and then the 9 of Cups. So it could be also you've gone through an end, a heartbreak with someone, and there could be a return because you're coming back. This is actually, as I said, it's the completion point. You've passed the 10 of Cups, right? And you're starting all over, and it's going to be a wish fulfillment, which again, there are 10 cups there, which can bring bliss and happiness. Now, we've got a page here, so it could be a child or someone that was not mature enough, because the Queen of Pentacles knows what she wants. She's got the experience. She's the most experienced queen in the deck. She's the minor arcana of the Empress. There is an opportunity for abundance, expansion, being honored, and also remember that she can also attract also through her patience. I mean, Cancer, you are all about home. You are all about that inner child. You are all about, the loving and the nurturing of the family. So you're very family orientated. And as I said, Jupiter is transiting through your sign. There's the Six of Pentacles, which could be a return, right? Someone investing themselves in you and not in another connection if they were invested elsewhere. Because look, we've got the Two of Cups here as well, which is a soulmate connection. It's a union. It's being on the same page. Thank you very much for your birthday messages, whoever you are. This is done on my birthday on the 13th of September, and it's just been non-stop all day. I feel blessed anyway. Not complaining at all. And the Two of Cups, this is you've met your soulmate. There's a possibility that there will be communication. Remember that Page of Swords is Gemini, and Uranus is transiting through Gemini, being enlightened, right? We've got the logic and the high mind coming together. Maybe your person has seen the bigger picture. Maybe they've understood the reality of a situation. things, maybe you were in the dark, maybe there will be clarity now. We'll take more cards, obviously, but I want to use other decks to get a bit more understanding, dear Cancer. Let's take the Monology, as we're in the window of eclipses, and the energies are very powerful. So the moon, it's the moon on the nodes, right? Very fated, where our personal life, our emotional life, and our emotions are concerned, of course. And the moon does reveal, remember we had a total lunar eclipse where the light of the sun was totally blocked out. So intuition's very, very strong, and things that were hidden will be revealed, are being revealed. Let's see, as with that new moon, the solar eclipse, which is about things happening externally in a practical way, in a physical way, in your daily life. There's a new seed, an amplified new seed. What does that promise? And we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Taurus had the same card. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus, could be, but Scorpio comes through very strongly as well. Interesting. So someone's working through their fears. I don't know if it's you, but it's a new moon in Scorpio, and that will be in the Scorpio season. I'd like to take one more. And we've got confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Now this has already happened. We've already had that new moon in Leo, in the Leo season. So I don't know if you're dealing with a fixed sign. We've got Scorpio and Leo there. Interesting, because if you are dealing with either of these signs, they are the signs that are being challenged to make changes because of Pluto transiting Aquarius. So if you're dealing with a fixed sign, any of the signs, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or even Taurus, then maybe it's your person that's working through their fears and becoming, going through a metamorphosis. Scorpio is about change, and obviously close to the lunations because of the moon here. Or it's when the moon transits through Leo or through Scorpio, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, that will be significant for you. Now, I know that's it's not very stable information, certain, on-point information, but there's so much in the astrology that you never really know for who it's going to work out. Remember, this is a general reading. Let's now look at the Kippa, and let's take some messages, because the Kippa does give us a sort of a more black and white reality of what could be playing out. Queen of Pentacles, she flaunts with this Ace of Pentacles. She wants something long term. She wants something that's going to be promised, something that will give her a sense of safety, whether it's a new relationship or a new home, or, you're either dealing with someone that's very stable, someone that's possibly gone through an ending in their life, unless this is you. Because Jupiter transiting your sign, Jupiter can also speak to coming into a new connection, but also releasing an unjust previous relationship as well. For Cancer, what's going on, dear Spirit? Wow. Okay, now, what can you say about this? I just did, who was it? It was Gemini. So, I think Gemini had the same card in the same position. And, yeah, Taurus had similar messages, so maybe check out those signs. So there's a lot going on in Scorpio. I'd just like to bring your attention to Juno, the asteroid of commitment and marriage, that's been retrograding through the sign of Scorpio and is now moving direct. And of course, Scorpio is toxicity, it's secrecy, it's jealousy, it's secrets, it's anything toxic, nevertheless, and it's a release, it's an ending. Juno now moving direct obviously will help you also release any toxicity or anyone in your life that was no good for you, someone that's hurt you, that's done the dirty on you possibly. Maybe there has been infidelity, who knows. But there's some sort of an ending and a new chapter opening up for you. Occupation. This could speak to you doing the work or you're connecting with someone through work possibly. There's the new path that's opening up for you. That this change that you're going through, whether it's you or your person, the person you're hoping to manifest, it's not an easy path. It asks for work, but it's a Plutonian, brand new, foundational rebirth that you're going through. The doors are opening for you. Now, you may be dealing with an Aquarius, could be a Pisces, someone who's very creative, could be a Scorpio for all I know. I mean, all water signs are creative and sensitive, and because we see the paintbrushes and the artistry here, I do get Pisces, possibly also Taurus. Nevertheless, it's a Uranian energy. It could be someone that's got their Uranus in a strong position, but I do get Aquarius also strongly here, and it's a 16, which is like a tower moment. So this person is thinking of the divine feminine. Most of you are here are the feminine. So it feels like your person may be thinking of doing something out of the norm, thinking out of the box, surprising you, shocking you, whatever that is. Let's see. Wow, okay, we've got a marriage here. And we've got the house. This could be a potential for a new marriage, but someone who's gone through some sort of an ending of a life chapter, whether they were married or single or whatever, because, okay, this usually shows family. Doesn't have to necessarily be a marriage and kids. It could be some of you that are at home with your family and still single at an older age, at a more mature age, ready to take the next step. Who knows? Because the house is a very, very lucky card indeed. And it could speak to a relationship. And we've got marriage, and we've got the new path that's opening, which, yes, can involve movement and travel, which I don't really see here, but the path is here. It could be the portal that is opening up for you. And a message of concern, or a message that comes in very suddenly and unexpectedly of concern. It could be surprising, it could be shocking, it could be very revealing as well. I mean, this could be a message that comes in that you're finding out that someone that you were with was not revealing their secrets. If dealing with a Scorpio, let's say, they're overcoming their fears and they're telling you that they were actually married, but they're going through separation and divorce and they want you in their life. This could be the revelation. This could be the shock. So someone is more confident than normal here. And that's the key to success. And they're working through their fears. So we've got fears and we've got confidence. So going back and forth, fluctuating between these themes. What's beneath it? We've got bad health, which could be psychological worries. It could be physical health. Yes, let's not rule that out. We've got a mature woman here, which could be the Queen of Pentacles. Usually she would be the advisor. She could be a mother figure. She could be the Empress, a motherly figure that's advising you if you're the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that's now ready to offer you that long term, if it's an earth sign. Okay, so we have to look at all sides. What do we do? Let's take more tarot. Let's put the Page of Pentacles there. We saw the Two of Cups, Five of Wands. Five of Wands, conflicts, arguments, feeling that you're alone, needing to do all the work on your own. You're transitioning through hardships, moving towards possible success in love. What's the Page of Swords about? What is the messenger bringing you? Eight of Swords. another card. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles and then Queen of Pentacles. I'm wondering if you're not dealing with someone that could be a little bit younger than you. Someone that was very slow to communicate. Someone that feared moving forward. Someone that needed to do the things in the right way, let's say. That's a Virgo card, unless it's talking about the new moon in Virgo, the eclipse, the solar eclipse, which will get the ball rolling, right? And the Eight of Swords is my perception of getting out of a situation, or even speaking my truth. If you're dealing with a Virgo, remember that they need to be certain. They will be grounded. Always they will be slow, but they will be of service. What you've given will be returned to you. Unless it's another earth sign. Let's not cross that out. But this message possibly took a while to come back. Let's see. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups for Cancer. There's the moon again. You've got the moon twice. You need to trust your intuition. Your intuition is screaming out to you that good times are ahead. I mean, with Jupiter transiting your sign, if there were a lot of illusions and deception and lies, Jupiter will reveal everything to you. We've got the Nine of Wands. So you've been through the ringer. You've been through challenges, but you're still standing. It hasn't been an easy, happy chapter in your life. It's been challenging. You've been wounded. You've been hurt. You've been mistreated. What is the Four of Swords? And I will always also throw in with the Four of Swords, because usually shows someone lying on a bed or a tombstone, right? It can speak to two people coming together physically, sexually. Queen of Pentacles doesn't show her sexuality. She's more about service. She's more about the work. She's more about the practical. So I don't know if you feel that you've been deceived, that someone's come into your life and taken your happiness away and left you in the cold. That may have been your ticket to success. Just saying. Because even with the bad health here, again we see someone in bed here. So if there's been a physical connection with someone that did not offer you anything more, some of you may feel as though you've been taken as the fool for a ride. Speaking of the Fool card has not shown up in absolutely any of the readings. Incredible this month. And you're the second last sign that I'm doing. So I find that really incredible that the Fool has not shown up at all. So that could also be something that's played out here. And we've got Judgment, a moment of crisis, someone being judged harshly, or thinking that there was an end, but there's possibly an awakening, a resurrection after an ending. Because the Judgment card is Spirit saying now it's time to resurrect. It's time to get up and do the work. Here are your opportunities. And again, Scorpio comes through. We've got the Six of Wands. So again, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Leo. After a moment of pause and going through a crisis, there is an opportunity for resurrection, excuse me. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, she's ready to fight. Or I'm getting the opposite here. That someone's finding another way. Instead of going into fights, instead of arguing. We know Queen of Pentacles, she knows her power. She knows her value. She doesn't get into any petty arguments. She takes a step back and she lets the others understand. She doesn't step down to someone's level of petty or even harsh fights. And I feel that that's possibly what could work in your favor here. So remember, Five of Swords could speak to legalities or harsh words, or we actually see here someone begging and saying, you know, release me, or please, I don't want to get into this fight. Let's, you know, just like Pisces, we've got nothing that, we're all one. We shouldn't be fighting. We should be all, we're all in the same boat, let's say. And this could be a truce. This could be some sort of a truce. But remember that Five of Swords, it's the mind, it's the perception that is harsh. But this also is a 5, which says that there can be changes, that someone's perception is changing. And also their fears of fighting, arguing, taking things to the next level. Through intelligence, patience, this can be overcome. Because what I notice here in this card is that this person is actually looking at this truce and saying, maybe we should truce and not take it to the next level. Whatever this is. Let's take one more. And we've got the Empress, you see. Now, obviously, for some of you, this could also be competitive energies between, because logically the Queen of Pentacles is the Empress, but it could also be two different people here. So we get Taurus, we get Libra as well. These two females could be in competition as well. Let's not rule that out. But this could also be the Queen of Pentacles stepping up and saying, I know my power, I know my value, and I'm not going to take part in this. They will come to me because she attracts. So maybe your patience is bringing someone in. Or this is saying patience. The abundance will be here. Don't worry, don't fret, because we've got the 4 of Swords and then the 5. The next step would be the 6 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles, this is the success. And the Star, the wish fulfillment, this new beginning, yes. What is this? You've got 2 wish fulfillment cards. You've got the Knight of Wands on the 9 of Cups. Someone's ready to take action towards that wish. And releasing anything toxic and any feelings of betrayal or any feelings of hurt. Remember, this is the last point of pain, of wounding, because this turns into the Ace of Swords, which is a tool. It's the tool of intelligence, clarity, truth. So I get air, fire. This could be very fast action. But remember, the Knight of Wands, sometimes a player, but sometimes someone who sees the bigger picture. Someone who is confident. Someone who is taking action towards that wish fulfillment. Yes, that wish fulfillment can bring a painful ending or the darkest before the dawn, before we see the light, right? Because this turns into the Ace of Swords. Let's see what that win-win situation that you've got it in your pocket already. We've got the King of Cups, which is a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. It's a mature love offer, right? And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is ready to take off. Just like a rocket ship, right? Brand new beginning, opportunities here galore. And the 3 of Cups, this is either involving third parties, but we don't see 3 here. The third person is the angel. We see the actuality, we see 2 people, even though it's the 3 of Cups. It's spirit that's celebrating your coming together with this soulmate. I don't know if it's a twin flame. I didn't see the twin flame card in your reading. But yes, this could also be reconciliation for some of you. Wow. Spirit wants this for you, dear Cancer. You've got a lot of water in your reading. Where major arcana cards are concerned, you've got a few, but you've still got a little bit of free will here. Some other signs like Taurus, there was another sign, was it Leo, where they had so many major arcana cards. I said, look, it's not up to you, it's up to Spirit. You've got some free will here, so it's up to you as well. Don't leave it only up to Spirit. Let's see what the Love Oracle has for Cancer. What is the potential here? Moving forward, we've got the Lily, which is a Virgo card and speaks to purification. It speaks to a spiritual connection, also a sexual connection. Now, this is the Judgment card, which you've got here, and Temperance, which to me is saying Scorpio, Sagittarius season seems to be quite significant for you. To me, this is also a blessing from Mother Mary relative to you and your connection. Because this also speaks to Chiron, right? It's Chiron in Virgo. So Chiron is the resolution, of course, the open wound. Maybe this Virgo solar eclipse, which will be in good aspect to your sign, will help release the fears, the toxicity from your life, and help. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they're coming through with a mature offer. Yes, we've got the Ten of Cups. This is bliss, happiness. This speaks to successful marriage, passionate love affair, and a relationship that's possibly going through purification. Either you or your person, there's a purification going on for sure. Remember, the Ten of Cups does speak to happiness, but also it turns into the Ace. Expect news, and your Emperor is here. Your Emperor, yes, the Four Kings are in this card. They're ready to provide you with that security. Okay. Emperor could be, of course, Aries. It could be Taurus. Could be Capricorn, Aquarius, and any other sign. I want to take one last card. And we've got the Snake, so there still is some toxicity. You're working through your fears, whether it's you or the other person. This is many times the other woman, and it can speak to jealousy. Doesn't matter, you know. I prefer to see the negative. I don't want to promise you everything is served to you on a platter, but the Snake does speak to a sexual connection. It is Moon in Cancer, and it speaks to desire, seduction, craving, forbidden knowledge, wisdom, but deep attraction. Now, the Snake many times does speak to the other woman, and that there is competition here. Remember what I said, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress here. So things will be revealed. Go back to the reading. We've spoken a lot about what is ending here. Yes, there could be an ending because, of course, Scorpio speaks to death, metamorphosis. We see the open path. So there's a Plutonian color to your month. But you've got the Sun, and the Sun speaks to confidence is your key to success. And the Sun is reconciliation as well. Again, Leo comes through. Let's look at the Cartomanzia. You know, this is also poison that can turn into elixir. The Snake is also the forbidden fruit. As I said, forbidden knowledge that may be revealed to you with the Sun. What's going on for Cancer in the month of September, or whenever you get to view this message? Cancer, dear Spirit. Wow. Okay, there's hope here. You've got random happenings and a few problems, but it's a card of good luck. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. We've got bed pleasures. No. Yes, bed pleasures. No. Pleasures of the body, which can speak to bed pleasures, obviously. It's the Five of Cups, nevertheless. So there is a little bit of emotional loss, but it speaks to good news, and we see the news also here. But this speaks to friendship, entertainment, sex, bodily pleasures and emotions. So I did say it correctly. And I spoke about that with the Four of Swords earlier. So there's good news coming in. But there can be also some problems, even though this is called the good luck card. It speaks to practical problems, maybe job, career, and fate. Fate and destiny is changing, it's turning. This speaks to spells and charms as well. But it speaks to fortune, so it's very fated. It's the Seven of Wands, which you've got here in the Connolly. As I said, the win-win is in your pocket. Here we've got the card of hope. Eight of Cups. If someone is in another connection, you're hoping that they will check out. Someone emotionally moving forward. Emotional love, group celebrations, parties, weddings, drinking, and festivals is this. And as you could see, she's carrying an anchor, and the ship is on the horizon. So the anchor could be getting anchored, getting grounded. In other cards, it shows the anchor as being, in the Love Oracle here, it shows the anchor as being huge. Here, the anchor is not as big. So if someone's carrying a chip on their shoulder, or they're carrying something from the past, this won't be difficult to overcome. So these are emotional thoughts of hope, but there can also be a little bit of fear and doubt here. I will not lie to you. I will always tell you the truth. Let's look at your emotional and your psychological situation in the month of September. You and your person. Now, we start off with you, but it may be your person, so you may flip sides, because I usually mix up who I'm doing first or second. I always start off with looking at you and your psyche, or your subconscious, what you're not conscious about, nevertheless. But then sometimes the other person comes through. So take which side resonates for you, Cancer. Let's look at you. Spring. Divine timing. And offer. Just beautiful. Let's take one more. And we've got a mask. So the mask is still probably on. I don't know if it's talking about next spring, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're in the Southern, it's talking about now, soon, right? So the wheel fate is turning. As I said, Jupiter is transiting through your sign. There is an offer, but it's a little bit of a dark offer. The mask is still worn. May come off possibly in the Pisces season next year. Someone's not totally truthful or not able to reveal this offer yet properly. Let's look at your person. Commitment. So there is a possibility that they were in a commitment, or they're thinking of a commitment with you. Lessons, possibly a difficult commitment that they were in. And twin flame. Obviously, twin flames do come in usually when there is another commitment. And they've got lots of regrets of how they treated you and the commitments that they had. They've gone through difficult lessons and probably still going through those. Now, you can flip sides if you want. It's up to you and your personal story. There will be action taken. Someone's seen things from an elevated perspective. Okay, this is communication. This is transition. And possibly also movement. To another state, another country, who knows? Someone's seen things from a higher perspective, gone through spiritual awakening, who knows? Let's look at the love messages. Please concentrate on your person. You were too overbearing. I felt suffocated, insecurities and jealousy. Nine of Wands, which is there. I knew you would break my heart. Another 9. Our families will never accept this relationship. I've had enough, you're blocked. 3 9s. Pay attention, September will be a significant month for you. It's the 9th month. Wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. Now, this card has come out for the last 3 signs, so I guess It is very important. I miss you just as much as you miss me. And what can I do to win you back? And let's take the Twin Flame Messages by Mystic Moon. For Cancer, please, Spirit. I'm reminded of you constantly. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. You are an angel. I'm a better person because of you. Your beauty moves me, and no other compares to you. How could you still love me after all I've done? Wow, Cancer. I hope you received some messages through this reading. Remember, it's a general. If you're interested in a personal, don't hesitate to reach out. divinedebut.net, divinedebut11.net, and we'll be back with more. I do feel that you've got huge changes. 12-year cycle is opening up for you, so obviously you're leaving a 12-year cycle behind. I'm wishing you well, dear Cancer, all the best, and you deserve to be happy. Love and light. Talk to you soon.